Okay. So last time we played, so long ago, we started out the session at the tavern that had just burnt down. And Frank, Drusilla, and Geck were the three that survived, and they were unconscious, and we had dragged them from the burning bar and tavern. Um, Sir Tobias also survived. I think he counts too. There were lots of people watching. There was bell ringing and people coming to help. The guards came and they had this like magical bottle of water that they used to like extinguish the flames. Sir Tobias asked us to trust him, um, and he tells the guards to arrest us all. There's also the one guy that had run out, and he shouts murders and causes a scene, and he's shaping the story to say it was all our fault, and it's kind of a terrible person. Rita decides not to allow herself to be arrested. She turns invisible and heads off to Pip's Picks. She buys some greater healing potions, gets a nice 10% off discount, and puts on a disguise. And Pip said he has no opinions on politics. The rest of us are led to Shield Station, and Sir Tobias asked the bookkeeper not to record our names and to not put us on the books. And we Sandra is able to sneak in a lockpick, but otherwise we do turn over our things, including Roland gave up his spell book and other important stuff. And Tarvik gave specifically to Sir Tobias the bag of golden fish to hold. I'm not sure why. They put us in a cell, two to a cell.
Or
There's some
stern words.
stern words, yeah. Yeah. We were demonstrating an awful lot of trust for someone who was not very intelligent. Anyways, sorry. But we were put in a cell, two to cell, lots of dark stains. They were talking about the commissary, the kitchen area, so they'll feed us soon. Some people were shocked that Drusilla was there. Cassandra prayed to the Raven Queen. Tarvik was listening to the guards and what they were talking about, mostly the war, the missing people, their families and friends. Also talking about a drug epidemic that's growing, a drug that gives abnormal strength, and they want a pay raise. The prisoners are also talking about the missing persons, are talking about some shifting behavior of the family. You're kind of talking thieves' cant. In theory, possibly about oh gosh, not Shield House, the Shadow House, and possibly things that Drusilla's involved with. Going back to Rita, she finishes her disguise self. She does some moderate change herself and turns herself into a purple tiefling, and put and puts her hair at a top and I think she binds her chest, makes her look like a male tiefling, and heads off. She goes to Roland's father's estate, his father and mother's estate, looking for Roland's parents or sister. Roland's father answers, and he can tell it's Rita. And she decides to tell him that Roland's in some trouble. Hims and haws for a bit, but ultimately, Rita leaves and casts invisibility and leaves and just kind of leaves my dad in a lurch. Oh, that's smart. But then she goes to the burnt tavern. There are guards and lots of people. But she decides she wants to get to the basement, so she turns invisible. And she wasn't the most stealthy. She left some footprints leading to the back, but she was able to get down. We switch back to us. King. I wrote down King Viceroy, General Seagard, then Zeke. I was writing down the sequence of who's in charge in this world. And then I also wrote down that it's the House of Shield, Coin, White/Justice, and Grain, and then Shadow. The three of the houses don't really interact. The three of the three from the Shadow House don't really interact. I don't know why I wrote a dumb note. But Rita explores the basement of the tavern. She puts up detect magic. There's the trap door. And there's like some abjuration, possibly an alarm, but she finds, wood wall and burns it down and keeps going for a while in that basement. Back to us, the guards feed us for our mealtime. And Cassandra and Roland decide to go talk to Drusilla, Frank, and Gek. They I think it went well. It was a good conversation we had with them. We we were talking for a while, but mealtime stopped kind of abruptly, and they put us back in our cells. And Sortias came with Colonel Seagarden, and she came to us first and asked for our version of the events. And when she went to Drusilla, she just said, "We have nothing to say." And then Seagarden was a little more stern, and Drusilla eventually tells their version. Let's see, sorry. She thanks us for conserving the sequence of events and basically gives us two options. Either be imprisoned and trialed for murder, or we can be blindfolded and magically restrained and go have a conversation with someone somewhere else. And we take the second option. At that point, my father burges into the prison, so I do the clearly only sensible thing and disguise myself as the blue dragonborn Tom. He talks to Cassandra and Tarvik for a minute and asks them to stay away from me because I'm a good boy. Yeah. But we get some magical handcuffs and they blindfold us, and that's where we ended for us. And Rita pretty much just continued to wander the tunnels below the bar. I think we're pretty confident that she cleared at least most of it, but hasn't really found anything. That's where we stopped last time.
It's a great recap. Anybody have anything else to add?
Did you cover maybe I just zoned out there for a minute. Did you cover that that Seagarden showed up and she wanted to take you to meet someone mysterious and to I'm sure you did, because that was like the big thing, and that you would all be magically bound and blindfolded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
She did not elaborate on who, but I think we get the impression it might be somewhat important. We're not really sure.
All right. Any other things to add? Okay. If not, then we can get into today's session. So let me go ahead and let's go and move you guys into the place where Rita is right now. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, and then I'm going to select all of you and hopefully drag all of you. Is that changing for you guys?
Yeah, I see the tunnels. Yep.
Okay, great. This is where we were. We will pick up with Rita's section here. So for this, again, Rita, go like not terribly fast, but you don't have to go terribly slow either. And I will move everyone else's tokens so you can kind of see Rita's path.
Well, at this point, actually, I think Wait, do I see something? I'm gonna go look at something, but I almost think that I'm about to take a short rest.
Okay.
But I'm gonna come over here because I think I just see that the art for the wall here, that looks normal? I guess it does. It's like all the way down here.
Are you still gonna trace a line?
No.
Okay. The rats.
I feel like there's more texture like to the walls down here. All of a sudden I just kind of noticed it, like this wall and this wall are way more textured than like the wall above or the wall behind.
It doesn't look like you've been this way, at least.
Well, I haven't drawn anything this way.
No.
Ah, fine. I will get baited even more. This is gonna go over here. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly where I want to be. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna sit down, and I am going to begin a short rest.
Okay, you begin a short rest. Then we can switch over to the rest of you guys. You guys were just at Shield Station, and you have submitted yourselves to magical handcuffs and a head covering. And Roland was trying to test the limits of the handcuff. I believe, Roland, you had tried casting mage armor, and you did it before the handcuffs. And as soon as you put on the handcuffs, you felt that extra defense kind of fade away and fizzle out. And so you kind of realizing the restrictions placed upon you with the cuffs. So you're all kind of taken out in a line, and there's some rope in between you guys so that you're not like lost and you're not like stumbling with each other. So there's some guidance to you. There's some soldiers around you, and you hear Colonel Seagarden. She is giving you instructions saying, please walk forward a little bit. Okay, just pause for a second. And you guys are waiting for maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and she asks you to move forward, and you hear the doors of the shield station open, and you are greeted with the sounds of the outside, and you are being taken down the steps, and you're told there is a cart in front of you. There's a couple of steps. Like, please be careful. We'll try to guide you, but like, please put yourselves into the cart. And so, the soldiers are going to try and help you because they obviously don't want you to fall. And so they kind of ease you guys up there one by one, and you are placed on the 2 sides. So I'd say 2 of you are on the left side, 1 is on the other with Colonel Seagarden, and you hear a few other bodies pile in. You're assuming the soldiers who are kind of just filing in next to you. But it appears to be you're in a cart, and the noises and kind of the sunlight of the day, you feel kind of fade when you step into this cart. So you gather that this is some type of covered cart. Anything you want to do or trying to perceive or want to say while you're kind of all shuffling into this cart?
I'll try to perceive, maybe not while we're piling into the cart, but I guess I probably don't have the best idea of the city, but I've been here, for a decent chunk of time at least. Could I, just using I guess my non-seeing perception, so sight or sounds, smells, everything else that I can get, yeah, can I try to, I'm going to try to keep track of where we're going.
Yeah.
Or where I think we're going, at least.
Yeah,
during that time.
Like your sense of movement and what you know of the city. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Is it disadvantage or is it normal? What is, because I'm blinded technically, I'm not sure what you want.
Yeah, so I would say, and as a reminder, everyone, you can make sure to turn your Roll20 speaking as tokens on. I forgot that. I would say actually do this just normal because we're relying on your sense of smell and hearing. Maybe not sight, but yeah, you're gonna just go off of that perception. Alright, 16, cool. So you're gonna try and keep track of this, of all the movements and stuff that are happening. What about the other 2? Roland and Cassandra.
Who am I? Can I tell who I'm sitting next to?
Yeah, you're sitting next to Cassandra, and Tarvik is sitting across from you. You kind of tell by the heft when Tarvik sits down, he's definitely on the other side, and you feel a smaller body next to you.
Is there anyone on my other side, like a guard or someone?
Yeah, you sense that there's some other body. Non-familiar.
I think Roland is exercising trust. He might also be like just listening though out for any kind of like just sounds that like indicate that he's passing a building or a place that he's like familiar with.
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make a perception check for you as well. Very nice. The rolls make sense. Roland knows the city better. Cassandra?
I just want to just kind of focus on. I was gonna do a divine sense, but it says if it's not in total cover, so if I'm blindfolded, I guess never mind, it doesn't work. Alright. I'm just gonna chill.
Just enjoy.
I'm not very perceptive, so I'm just gonna hang out.
Right. Cassandra's enjoying some meditation.
Yeah.
This is a good time to do that. You're being forced meditation. All right, so you guys start listening and honing in on the senses that are able to work. And you hear someone on the outside do 2 slaps on the cart/wagon, and you feel the wheels of the wagon start moving. The cart's going forward, and you feel yourself. I'm gonna take a look at this map here so I can describe it better. Alright, so you guys start making way towards a little bit more of a noisier area. Not too noisy, but you hear people exchanging hellos, like greetings, as well as words of some type of business transaction. So you hear like the words, "Are you gonna buy?" as the cart quickly passes by. Roland especially, you are feeling that you're still within the Palace Farthing district, and it seems like you're not making your way towards the Rogues Ward, which would be a little bit more rambunctious and less business dealings. You're also not making your way towards the center within Palace Farthing or the Crossing, which actually tends to get a little bit quieter because of the nature of the people who are in this area a little bit more higher up in the city, and so things aren't as busy in the streets necessarily. So for Roland, this leads you to believe that you are heading west, or map west, I should say, from the Duros map, which is towards the mill / Hellhound's village. You're kind of going in that direction. And as you think of this, you actually do hear the clangs of swords and thumps of the arrows hitting grass bags. As you hone in, you do hear the mill seems to be passing by on your left. As you guys continue forward, you hear shouts of joy and jeering on, and clangs of material again. This time, Tarvik, you're also able to hear alongside Roland the crowds. And Tarvik, you might not be familiar with this, but Roland, you are familiar that these roars and these crowds are usually indicative of some type of showing on the singing stage. And I think we may have discussed this before, but you, Roland, especially, are familiar that the singing stage, though the name might seem like it's more artistic, it is in fact actually a fighting arena, where the reason and the origin of this, you would know because you're from the city, the reason why it's called the singing stage is because when the blades sing, or when the blades swing, they sing in the air because the swords and the clashes are going so quickly. And then when the metals strike, it's almost like bells. And so everyone says it's the singing stage. So as you pass by, you hear that on your right side. And again, Tarvik, you may not know the the actual location, but you do notice the sounds of the crowds and the fighting clash on your right side. You guys continue to make your way up, and Roland, you're able to know this. Tarvik, you would not. Probably. Yes, you would not. You're not as familiar with this area. But Roland, you're familiar that you are making your direction towards Hellhound's Village, where it becomes a little bit more quieter again. And this becomes a little bit more residential with a few shops here and there. And this is more or less, we can akin it to like middle class, is the area. And you're keeping track of the emotions, and you notice that the cart eventually makes its way around Hellhound's Village, but you notice, and this is both of you again, you notice the clashing of metal again and the roars of people. So you're thinking that you might be swinging back around again. And in a little bit, to your right side now, for both of you, you both hear louder sounds of more metal clashing, more people kind of yelling commands, saying, "Go left," and thumps into hay. And Roland specifically, you definitely identify this as a mill, except this time it's on your right side, and you are closer. You guys continue moving, and you notice the sounds of business, of merchants selling their wares, of people in the streets conversing, similar to before. And then you start hearing a little bit of silence, a little bit more quieting, and then a little bit of ruckus. And just kind of general yelling, a little bit more slurring in the words, less formed, less structured. And you start smelling, for lack of a better term, shit in the air, as the air becomes less clean and you're feeling like a grittiness to the air. And in that moment, you hear, all of you hear, well, actually here, in this moment, do you guys want to do anything else?
Are we there yet?
You hear Colonel Seagarn. No, unfortunately not. Sorry. Thank you for
How
being
much
so
longer?
patient. Sorry, what'd you say?
How much longer?
Oh, I'm not sure what the driver's doing. Well, I'm sure we'll be there soon.
Where did her voice come from?
She is across from you. So you think that she's near Tarvik. And Tarvik, you can confirm that for you, she feels close to you, like to your left. Wait. To your right.
Okay, if she's right to me, I'm gonna lean across over to where the other two are, and just kind of say what I've seen and heard so far out loud, and he'll just kind of continue on and just be like, Roland, if you wanna, we can maybe just end some of this farce if you just like started calling out locations about where we are.
Sure.
They might just take us right there. That might speed this up a little bit.
This seems like it could be counterproductive, but sure. Every time I recognize any kind of sound, I shall speculate on what I believe it to be.
Alright, great. So, while we were going and while I was explaining each place and Roland, your guesses on what they were, you say them out loud and you say, this sounds like the mill. I hear swords clashing and people shouting commands and etc.
This is an interesting game, for sure. I'm gonna treat it very much like a game.
Right. So as you kind of say those things, you don't hear any reactions from Colonel Seagarden or any of the soldiers, but you never really heard any of the other soldiers anyway. The only person who kind of responded to you guys was Colonel Seagarden. And she kind of tells you, Cassandra, oh, like, thanks for being patient. It's going to take however long it takes. And Roland, with your perception of being able to hear things and your confidence in that you know this area, you know these sounds, you gather with your intelligence that they are trying to get you guys lost in, like, your mental map. They guessed that you would try to do this, and they're just trying to kind of, like, confuse you. And no response, as I mentioned, about your letting them know what you think they're passing. So she responds to you, Cassandra, and then you guys are in this area again where it kind of becomes a little bit quieter, and then it becomes a little bit more raucous, and the smell is not so great. Roland, you're feeling that you're maybe getting towards the Rogues Ward, heading a little bit like northeast. So you like kind of dipped down into the Rogues Ward, and then you're kind of going back up. So it seems like they've kind of taken a trajectory where they're kind of taking you on the left side of the water. Here, actually, let me put you guys on the Duros map. This might help with your visualization.
I'm gonna draw out a guess of where I think we've been as soon as it loads.
Yeah, so they kind of started you out with Shield Station here. They took you kind of this way where you heard the mill to your left side. Then you heard the singing stage to your right. You kind of heard the quietness of the Hellhounds village. And, oh, I forgot to mention the smells of, like, cooking. So a little bit more residential with those smells that you were kind of using to perceive. And it seems to be that they kind of like wrapped around this way, where then, the singing stage was on your left, the mill was on your right, and you're kind of going back through the merchants area where a lot of business happens, not exclusively, but there is more merchants around in this area. And you felt like you went kind of down because you started sensing, or I should say smelling, the not so great quality of the streets and the air and the noise around the people, where you went kind of down, and then you kind of started going back up again. And here, you kind of hear from Colonel Seagarden. She goes, "No!" And for you guys beside you, you feel a sharp prick on your necks, and you sense something being shoved in very quickly and very forcefully. And in an instant, you guys feel your vision, well, not your vision, but your senses fade away.
Are we still conscious, or?
You are not conscious.
Okay.
But you heard Colonel Seagarden's the last thing you heard was Colonel Seagarden's voice going, "No." Alright, let's go back to Rita. Rita, you are on this map. You can mark a successful short rest.
Great. Let me do that and roll a hit die. Sorry, I gotta keep going. Almost there? Yeah, that does it. Okay. Okay. Is it too early for me to just roll this into a long rest?
It is too early.
Okay.
Let me just triple confirm, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you guys are like midday, and you're like in the afternoon. Yeah, you're like in early afternoon. It's way too early.
Okay. And this wall that is sort of poking out more with the stonework that looks different. I've been sitting here for a while. Do I notice anything just weird about this wall, or does it look like the rest of the walls?
Make a
And it's just
perception
the
check.
okie dokie.
Ooh, very good perception check. So you take a look and you notice that it does look a little bit different, like outside the wall. And the inside walls appear to be of a less dense and less structurally secure material than the outside. And by outside, I mean this part and this part versus the inside is everything here.
Okay. So I'm going to take that to not be very useful information. I guess I'm just gonna start walking around again. Here we go. Just gonna head all the way back. Tarvik has just been like looming over me menacingly this whole time. Feels like I'm not alone. All right.
WWTD, what would Tarvik do?
All right. Gosh, can I draw? I'm gonna go up the right now. Part of me wants to leave, but I don't really feel like there's a good place for me to go right now, and I just want to get my spells back. Okay, so I find a place that I've been to before. So I will just connect this, but I don't know if I want to go back up this way or go somewhere else. It's been a little while. I might as well just keep going. See, okay. Apparently I have not been here since I started drawing. I'm dragging a tile, one of the vault tiles everywhere. Oh, this is the outer wall again. Okay. I mean, I'm guessing this is the actual like edge of this place, and then the less sturdy looking walls are like put up to be a maze. I mean, it's pretty clear that whatever this is, like, this was just designed to waste time, so that people who come down here, like, they waste time down here and they can do things while this is happening. But I'm not finding anything with detect magic yet. So I'm just gonna keep going. Oh, I've been here before. Isn't that wonderful?
No.
All right. Okay.
You just pass a section of outer wall that like was definitely cut off and you can't get to. That's a little weird, right? Like the corner, right? Like you can see outer wall here, and you can see outer wall on the side.
I don't know. Oh, no, I don't know what you're referring to. I don't see.
Like the wall in front of you is solid, but you can't get behind that solid wall, even though it's clearly not outer wall. And you were just at the side outer wall, so if you've excluded any possibility of getting into that little corner. Roland's voice just going in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I see this outer wall, and then I come up to a fake wall. Oh, you're talking about over here.
Over here, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. You are right. What do I have? I do not have strength. I mostly deal psychic damage. Hey, Pick. How do you feel about me just booming blade and smashing you against this wall here until it breaks?
he does like a metal scream, like he's totally down.
Okay.
For it. Like, yeah.
I am going to Booming Blade and deal thunder damage to this wall until it breaks.
All right.
Good catch, Roland.
Let me just make sure I get the damage correct.
Likely still nothing. Maybe.
Okay, go ahead and roll attack, and let's see.
Yeah, let me boop. And, we're going to make some noise for the lovely people upstairs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, booming is in the attack name.
Yep. There's pick. Okay.
Very good. It hits very forcefully, and you see that the wall before you kind of crumbles in. You think with very minimal effort, you'll be able to get to whatever is on the other side of the wall.
Going again? Pew!
Pew! With this, all of the rubble blows inward, and you find yourself noticing that there is dirt on the other side, and there does appear to be a space behind that. Do you choose to go through?
Yeah, clear a path and take a look inside.
Alright, with a few of the rubble, you kind of pass your way through into a smaller space here. It appears to be the outside wall that you're familiar with, as well as the inside wall behind you. The same dirt underneath you. There doesn't appear to be anything in here.
And detect magic is still up, because it can always be up.
It still does not detect anything.
Disembodied voice of Roland in my head. What are you on about?
Sorry.
I head back out.
Just mentally critiquing their maze design where they didn't, fully use every square inch.
Alright. I'm just gonna keep going. Alright. Back to I've done some loop-de-loops here, apparently. My goodness. Have I been? When's the last time I was down here? Did I go up into this corner? Not recently, apparently. Whew. And that goes out here, so I'll just draw a line to connect that, and then I will... Well, I guess I have to go over there in case there's like a trap or something that I set off, but I go over there. Draw that line. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna just circle around really quickly. Okay, so this is back to the entry area. I'm gonna go ahead and try to smash through this fake wall.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
Go for it.
Going up
Yes,
is what I mean.
up,
The
yes.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. There we go.
Ooh, this time you are able to blow through immediately, and
Nice.
you find yourself noticing that though the rubble fades, there is a bunch of packed dirt that seems to be blocking any real entry.
Is
Okay.
this
Alrighty
the biggest
then.
troll ever, or
Yes. I think there, like, I mean, there was the alarm at the beginning, and I think that there might be like something down here that's like mechanical that closes, but like that's the point of this, is this it's to troll you, it's to get people to come down here because they're investigating, and while people are running around in this maze, the Shadow House guys can just go wherever they want to. So I found another wall here, and I'm gonna break it. Why not?
To the wall at the very end over here.
Yeah.
All right,
Yep.
go for it. Another booming blade. All the rubble and the exploding noises. Ooh, wow.
Bam!
Wow, this one you blow through completely, and I'm gonna remove the light barrier for this one if I can. No, because I made it all connected. I will just move you so that you can see. You notice a space where you have original lines, your lines from drawing. Over here is where you see.
Sorry, I was muted. Thank you. Yeah, I poke my head up and around the corner and just get my bearings. Oh, I remember this place.
Yeah.
And I go back through. And I'm gonna go this way now. And I'm okay with just hanging out here until I can long rest, because all I really want to do is try sending to you guys and figure out how Cassandra got you out of that mess and how you're like, where we can go to meet up again.
Totally under control.
Let's see here. Oh, I have not been here before. I'm gonna break it with fire.
Okay, break it with fire. This is another one of the wooden doors that you previously burned down in the previous session. So it's another wooden door. How do you burn this down?
You need some fireball or
Fireball.
oh,
Create bonfire. No. There shouldn't be thunder damage on this. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Create bonfire. Yeah, you're easily able to catch the door on fire, and within like a minute, the flames lick up the entirety of the wooden door, and it falls to ash. Oh, I have to zoom in again. Alright, let's grab this lighting barrier. And you notice a chest. 2 chests, actually. Sitting.
Oh no.
Okay.
Something. Go ahead, Rita.
Yeah. I've got detect magic up. Does anything go off?
No.
Okay. Obviously these are probably trapped. Like, this whole place is a trap. Can I find the traps?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Where is my button? Gosh. All right.
Investigation. Alright, you kind of stopped here and you take a look. The ash. Sorry, did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. The ashes on the ground from the door, the flames are still kind of there, dying down. You take a look at the chests, you take a look at the walls. It doesn't appear like you know of any traps that appear in this area. You look at the ground, you look above. Everything looks okay.
All right. I am going to move forward. And I am going to I'm not going to open the chests. I'm going to try to take both chests and I'm going to turn them upside down on their heads.
Okay.
And then I'm going to smash them.
Okay. As soon as you get to here, the chest to your right starts to move and lunge forward towards you. I'd like you to roll initiative, please.
Oh, cool.
And let me just clear this turn order.
Okay, so I don't get to touch it, so it's not sticky. Oh, I rolled too quick. I will.
Okay, I can put you in.
Don't worry, I can do it too. Oh boy, that pressing every button that I'm not supposed to press. Okay. 8. Good.
I believe in you, Rita. You got this.
Transform. Alright.
Well, if only one of them is a mimic, that's actually progress.
Oh, look at that. There. You will definitely go first, so it's in the right order. Perfect. All right, so you notice this thing start to transform and start to move towards you. What do you do?
Okay. I just barely go first. Great. I am going to.
Let's change the security settings.
Yeah, I am going to cast Wrathful Smite, which is a bonus action. And then I am going to cast Moving Blade. Okay, so it'll need to make a. If I hit, it'll need to make a Wisdom saving throw. Hold on. I can press buttons. Pick is here. 14?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is a.
Yes, a Wisdom save. I can put the spell up. Okay, that fails. So now it is frightened of me. And I am going to step back. It can attack, but it'll have disadvantage.
Perfect. It will go for you, but it will go at disadvantage. So it will try and lunge forward with its pursuit. 15.
Misses.
As it moves
so I'm-
forward, it kind of slaps onto the
Yeah.
wall.
So I'm going to continue to step back, get some space between me and it, and now we find out if mimics can be afraid.
Alright, so you move anything else for you?
That's it?
You move forward, or you move backwards, and it is going to just kind of stay there. And it's just kind of like waving its pseudopod around and like trying
Yeah.
to bite in the air.
Okay. Excellent. I think it's just the one round that it is frightened for, right? Next time you hit with the spell's duration, the attack deals is an action the creature can make. Oh, it can make an action against. Oh, you can use its action to make the wisdom check against your spell DC again. So it's concentration up to a minute. Amazing. So it's stuck there unless it uses its action to make the save, and I'm gonna just melt its dumb face. So another wisdom save, please.
Alright. This one is a 19. I feel like that saves.
That does save. And I shouldn't be
Damage?
dealing. No damage, I think.
Let's see. Damage? Sure.
So this is power. Creatures within 30 feet can make a DC 15 wisdom save for half damage. Oh, half damage. You're right. Huh. I didn't know that.
Wait, which one are you doing? Power or major? Wait,
Power.
power. Triple check that.
So it is half damage is what I have written down. I might need to change the attack macro.
Power. No, half damage. Yep. Yeah, I have it as half damage. Alright, so half of 15.
7. No thunder and psychic, just the 9, so it's 4 damage.
Oh, okay. Alright, so then it goes, and you said that it can make a save?
It can use its action to repeat the save.
Great, it will try to do that. So only another wisdom save. 13, which fails, so back to you.
Fails. I almost feel bad about this.
You can
Almost.
hear it snarling, snapping its
Yep.
teeth.
So it can go again.
Oh, you don't do anything?
I'm doing another cone of face melting.
Oh, great. Oh, I missed it.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, this one's a nat 20, so 21.
Okay. 4 more damage.
It will try. So save 6 fails. Back to you. Is there another
Okay.
one?
I'm just checking if there's anything else I can do. I mean, I could do create bonfire, but it would just move, and 2d8 is not better. Dex is probably got. Maybe I'll go with fire. Maybe fire is good against a wooden chest that's not really a wooden chest. I'm going to try create bonfire on it, so I can make a dex save.
Okay. 12.
Okay, so that fails. It takes 13 fire. And there is a little fire in its spot. It can probably move out of there,
Thank you
but
for the drawing.
yep.
Alright, so it's not gonna be able to move because it can't. Well, it can move. It'll move to the left.
Yeah.
And it will try to do another save. Oh, 17. Is that?
Yeah, that makes it.
Okay, so it's not afraid of you. You notice that it kind of has a renewed sense of aggression. Back to you.
Doesn't move up to you?
Is it after the turn or at the start of the turn?
It's its action.
So. Okay, cool. So if it's its actions, yeah, it'll try to come up to you and also do that fire. It'll stay here.
Okay, so that's as far as it gets. I've dealt how much damage to it? 4, 4, 13, and the big hit. You know what? I'm gonna go for another one. I'm gonna do a bonus action to cast Branding Smite this time. So this is gonna be more fire damage.
Cool.
Have I set this up? Oh no. I have set this up. Okay, cool. So I bonus action cast Branding Smite. I'm gonna step up, and I'm going to go with pick. 11.
That unfortunately is not going to hit. It just misses.
Okay. Then I will let it take an opportunity attack as I try to move around the corner.
Okay. It will try and slap you with a pseudo. Ooh, 23. That's definitely a hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That is going to be just 5 bludgeoning as the
Okay.
like the wet, sticky tentacle just kind of slaps your foot and like gives you a hard bruise. And try and go around the corner.
I think mimics are sticky. Am I stuck, or can I keep going?
No, you can keep.
Okay. Okay, cool. Then I will move back around the corner a little bit more
Oh,
to like here.
no, you're totally right. Anything that touches it. Wait, but it's also grappled by it. Oh, that doesn't matter. You're needing. No, you're totally right. Thank you. Take inspiration for that. You are stuck. Adhesive.
Okay. Then I am stuck.
Wait a minute. You are not stuck. Sorry. That is object form only.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
fine. Go.
Okay, I come up here. Oh, I do need to make a con save as well, though. Okay, I pass.
Alright. It will try and... I can only reach this far. And instead of attacking, it will just come up towards you and try and, like, corner you. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm going to smack him again.
Okay.
So if this hits, I'm still concentrating on Branding Smite. Oh, sorry, this should be with Blooming Blade as well. 10 misses though, right?
It does.
Okay. I will let him take another opportunity attack as I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Oh, wow. It's 19.
That hits.
Alright, this one's a little bit more. This one's 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As, let's say, as you were moving forward, it took its pseudopod and it just got a really good contact on your back and it just, like, propelled you forward with a very loud thump.
Nice.
It's just gonna try and come out. It's going to. This time we'll do a bite.
Oh, okay, so it caught me.
I'll try a bite. Ooh, 24.
That hits.
This one's 11 piercing plus 5 acid as you feel the saliva just cake yourself and it burns.
Okay.
Getting aggressive towards you.
Okay, I'm going to actually have the right things checked this time. So, Booming Blade and Branding Smite, and I cast Bonk.
16 deadly hits.
Yep.
So those are proper 14 plus 7?
Yes.
Great.
It's 5 thunder, 2 fire.
Did you say plus 5?
Sorry, so of the thunder fire, I don't know if it makes a difference. What its resistance to
Oh, the
vulnerabilities are.
delineation. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 5 thunder, 2 fire.
It does not, but thank you.
Okay. Then, I mean, I think I should just kill this thing, so I will stay here.
Okay. This one is going to try and grapple you to make sure you stay. Go ahead and make a acrobatics check. So it kind of wraps its pseudopod around your body, and you feel yourself very closely tied to this creature in front of you. You are grappled.
Nice. Yeah, I will just bonk him again.
Okay.
This is an exciting fight.
1v1. Yeah, 25 definitely hits. Alright, so that's 17 to your already done damage. Ooh, very nice. So with this, you actually see that the mimic, which it obviously is, loosens its tongue, its pseudopod around you as it kind of falls limply onto the ground. With this, you struck its final blow. Any extra flair you want to add?
Not too much. Just I imagine that Pick is still like metal screaming,
Yeah,
and
just
Rita
like,
Rita gets into it too, and she's like ah.
Alright, fantastic. break until the hour mark. So that's 8 minutes.
Okay.
Give or take. All right.
Cool.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so we're back in session. Rita.
Okay,
As
I'm gonna
soon-
go.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
So as soon as the pseudopod just kind of flops down, you notice that it starts to just kind of like secrete its stickiness, and you feel like maybe if you step in that stickiness, you might get stuck.
Okay. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go get my prize. I'm gonna go open the other chest.
Okay. All right. So this one's not here anymore. You
And
open up.
this is a second one.
left without looking at it or anything.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Is
You
this
don't
a second?
have to,
Then
I was just
I
asking.
bet it's a second. No, I'll look at it.
Alright.
There we go. I open it.
Just a quick little look. You open the latch and you see that there is 100, what appears to be 100 platinum pieces and 100 gold pieces
Wow.
inside. However, there are inside what appears to be some type of black liquid.
Huh. Pick, you ever seen anything like this?
Maybe like those really big, huge monsters that spit black things.
Like a dragon?
No, like those huge things. You know.
Huge thing. No, I don't
He's
know.
being so vague.
Okay. Maybe I. Oh wait, the other chest here is not a chest; it's a mimic. Well, maybe it's
Yeah,
secreting the sticky puddle.
I'll make it.
I want to just like pour the liquid into the other into the mimic. I probably don't need this 100 gold and 100 platinum. Do I? Is it worth it? Yeah, I didn't come all the way down here to not stick my hand in the ominous liquid. We're getting the gold.
Alright, you stick your hand in?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. It feels cool to the touch, and it appears very much like the viscosity of water. And you dip your hand in, and it seems to stain your hand black. But there doesn't appear to be anything else that
That
happens.
makes sense. Okay, yeah, it's just okay. Yeah, I take all of the gold and all of the platinum. Great.
Alright, you fill up, and you can mark that you have 100 P, 100 G, but don't add it to your coin inventory. Just mark it somewhere else.
Okay.
Mark it that you got
Is
it
it-
from here.
Okay.
Do like beneath tavern, beneath Tilted Tavern.
Okay. Got it. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Am I still going? Because I will still go,
Yeah, go for it.
and I will avoid the puddle. Can I just like hop over it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Oh, hello.
So
Hello, friends.
as soon as you hop over it, you see these guys just kind of casually lean. One is casually leaning against the wall, the other leaning backwards. The man pipes up with a very similar voice to what you've heard in the past.
I've seen this. I'm trying to remember if I've actually seen this guy, and I have.
Yes.
This is red. This is red, and I've seen red in red form.
Yeah.
Wait. Yes.
He's-
Okay.
His right shoulder is leaning against, and he says, well, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. I'm tired. I prefer the easy way. And you see that what you know as Gek to just be leaning kind of her arm at her side, not saying anything, but just looking at you.
You're not under arrest, Gek.
Not
Get
under
out?
arrest. She just smiles.
So if you can explain to me what the easy way is, we can talk about that.
Well, the easy way is I give you a little shot of something that makes you go to sleep.
Nope. Not doing that.
As soon as you say nope, roll initiative.
Okay.
That's incorrect. But I will keep it. No, that is incorrect as well. Give me a second. I thought I had their sheets, but they are different. Key. Ooh, she rolled terrible. Yep, that's in order. Alright, go ahead, read.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action to do a Mantle of Inspiration, targeting only myself. So I gain 5 temporary hit points, and I can use my action to move without provoking opportunity attacks. So I just go. So that's up to my speed. Hold on, I don't want to go there. I want to be a little bit more efficient. I want to go here. So that's 15, and then I just go here. Then I'm going to use my action to move again. Just zoop by them. Not my action, just my regular movement now. So 20. And I think I know where I'm going, so I'm going to go 10 more. And okay. I action cast innately darkness on my shield.
And what is innately darkness?
So that's my this is my hold on. So darkness is here. I get it innate once per long rest. I can just cast it because I am a tiefling with Infernal Legacy. So magical darkness spreads from my shield in a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. And I can see through it because I have double sight.
Nice. Can you do like a thing on your token?
Yeah, I will do a thing on my token.
Thanks. Just want to make sure I have that darkness for them. Alright. Very nice. This guy who has not announced his name will... So he's 35, he's gonna keep moving just straight, and he bumps into you. And that's what he can do. And he just cries out, "Gotcha!" And anything he can do. Wait a minute. Might have another. that was movement. Then he did his first action to double dash. His extra action. It's just attacks, so I can't do it anymore. Okay, so she comes around 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. She's gonna go into the darkness as well. And she will. Oh, she actually has that too. Okay, 30. Oh, sorry, I'll move your tokens. Sorry about that. 30. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 30, 35. She runs into him. We'll say. Just like.
And then she attacks him.
Unfortunately, they recognize each other very well. Body will move around him and continues running because she doesn't know necessarily where you are, but she thinks you're somewhere close. So she'll probably continue. She has 35, then 40. He did say gotcha, so she ran into somebody here. She'll probably just shoot. She'll feel for the wall. Feels the wall. She's probably. Yep, she stops there. Rita.
All right, we're doing another Mantle of Inspiration so that I can slip through. And if I go here, I'm going to go just up here first. Yeah, perfect. Okay. My reaction movement gets me over to here. I move up to the trapdoor. I'm not locked out here, am I? Can I go out through the trapdoor?
Yeah, it's open.
Okay, I leave.
Alright, you go up.
Oh, I should not have cast darkness on my shield. Darn it. Alas.
I like that they did the pages, but I also struggle sometimes beginning everyone. Okay, here. Did it change for you guys? Nope. Okay.
Not yet. Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
Okay, now I'm seeing a change. It's changed, right? Yeah, the music stopped. Okay. As soon as you pop up... Oh, you're not in the red token. Obviously, it's burned, and it looks a little different. But you see peering as soon as you get up. Frank and... Gosh. Hold on. I forget her name.
Drusilla.
Thank you,
Drusilla. Yeah.
Frank and Drusilla, same. Hi, sweetie.
It's darkness still.
Oh. I don't see.
Nope.
They hear something.
Yep.
Who is that?
So I've moved. So it was 5 feet of my regular movement to get under the trapdoor. How many feet to climb up it?
Ooh, let's say it's like worth 15, because you have to kind of jump up and then scramble up.
Okay. So I'm going to. Am I currently within 5 feet of them?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever. they can take opportunity attacks at me as I run. So it's up to here is 15 feet apparently.
Okay. They need to join. Okay, they join initiative combat now. Alright, something funky is happening because I clicked Frank, but Drusilla popped up. I don't like what is happening here with my sheet because it happened earlier with the guy, Red. Okay, let's just do 2 because I don't want to. Alright, so 14 or 15. I will just put them in here. Let's do Frank. And then 15. No, 14. Okay. So they're in initiative right now. You just went.
Yeah, I still have my action, but I was waiting for them to opportunity attack if they want to. I can actually. I'm just gonna dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, my action is gonna dash, so I don't think they're gonna be able to kill me. So I'll just move.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely won't be able to kill you. Let me see what they get. Thanks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was worried about getting an initiative.
And they're at disadvantage, I think, because they can't see me.
Great. Thank you. 14 and then just 16.
Both missed.
Alright. Nice. You feel whiffs of air as they pass, or you pass. Let me go back to the other. Let's see how far they get. Okay, that's. We're going with red first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he has 2 extra. He's gonna get just there with his movement. He's going to double. He's going to get up 15. Token 15. 15. 25, 30. On the way, he yells at everyone, get her.
Oh, are those actually people there? Or was that left
to
over?
Frank and Drusilla.
Oh, okay. I was worried about. I assumed that there was no one in front of the door because this was just left over. But
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She has 2, so that leaves 5 to get up. Which is the first one here, so 5. Then 10. 15, 20, 25. I see the darkness. 25. 30. 35. 40. Just so frank. They're gonna try and 10, 15, 20, 25. Where is the 5, 10, 20, you hear a lot of yelling behind you and footsteps. Jason.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see them if I look over my shoulder. I just move up to the door, and I open the door.
You open the door, and there's a guard posted next to you. Kind of looks at you, surprised. Not you. You're in darkness.
Yeah.
Here's the door open, looks over and surprised. Doesn't see anything.
He's suddenly in darkness as it wraps around. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I leave. I'm running. I'm at this point. I need to find a new place to go to lay low, and the place that I want to go is the Temple to the Raven Queen, which I think is like outside the city, in like sort of the outskirts. So I'm gonna head that way, and I'm going to, as I get outside, I'm going to and like sort of break vision with them because I'm outside now and they're inside, and that's how that works. Hopefully, I'm gonna cast invisibility, which drops darkness because they're both concentration, and for a minute I'm just gonna run invisibly toward the way that I remember to go to the Temple of the Raven Queen.
Alright, so that's going to be southeast. Well, first you have to get out of the south gate, and then you kind of make your way east, outside of the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, you go invisible. They seem to kind of be following you up until the darkness, and then once you drop that darkness, they kind of look around them. And you can see them running kind of in directions, telling each other to like keep an eye out, and you just slip there. You escape. Alright. Off into the wind, Rita goes yet again. Now we switch to...
I'm sorry, I hope I'm not making this horrible for you.
No, it's not. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
Let's go to the three of you. I'm not going to change maps, but you guys wake up and you find yourselves in a small enclosed area. There is concrete underneath you. Actually, I will change for the music. But you're not actually there. But I like this music better. And the tavern music. Okay, so you guys feel like concrete underneath you. You feel like there's concrete walls, very close enclosed. And you notice that there appears to be bars in front of you. And behind the bars is like a solid, very heavy like cloth that seems to be draped. And it seems to be covering like from the ceiling to the ground, to the bottom. And it is almost like a velvety type of material that you kind of see, but you're not entirely sure. So you all find yourselves in this similar enclosed space, but you are not next to each other. You all find yourselves alone in this similar space. As each of you kind of groggily wake up, you feel like a slight stinging in your neck. And otherwise, you are kind of in the same state as you were before. Your hands are bound by the magical cuffs, and you're kind of there. Except this time you don't have your hoods.
Do you want us on this map?
Just on the map for sound. There's nothing here in this map. Just for the audio. This is all, what is it? Visual mind? Theater of the mind?
Is Ash back? I think she was gone for a little bit.
Yes, I think she's back. What do you guys do?
Is
Stand up?
Yeah, I was about to say. Is the cloth within reach?
Yeah, the cloth is within reach.
Okay.
You tug on it?
Yeah, I was
Well,
gonna say, can I reach
pull
out
back?
and just like, no, I don't even want to tug on it. I just want to give it like a little wiggle to see if like material, like just makeup, things like that.
Yeah, so you touch the cloth and you find that it is kind of velvety and it seems to be very thick in nature. Like it's a very heavy cloth. You do press it. It gives a little bit, but not too much. As you take a look at the cloth, you notice that it appears to be tied to like a pole at the very bottom. And you see that pole on the ground.
Oh, okay. So it like runs from ceiling up. Does it end? Does it look like it ends at the edge of my cell, like it's individualized, or does it look like it continues kind of down in either direction beyond that?
It looks like it's individual.
Okay.
Can I go to the edge and like kind of peel it back and see if I can see past the cloth on the edge of the cell?
Yeah, you try and peel it back, but it didn't have that much give. It appears to be pretty, like, affixed to the pole, which is affixed to the sides you now see. And it appears to be like, what do you call them? The drapes that pull up. Like they're like...
Oh, yeah, like the...
They're like the one piece of cloth, and then they, like, roll up when you pull the strings on the right side. I don't know what they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what
so, like, it rolls up at the top.
Get you.
Yeah,
kind of like a theater.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys want to get out of here, or do you want to wait?
Well, we don't see each
We're
other.
not together.
No.
You all
So you do whatever you want to do. I don't think I can physically get out of here.
Well, if I yell like Rita or Roland, Tarvik, do you guys hear me?
They do hear you. You hear Cassandra yell out.
Okay.
Cassandra.
Are we waiting? Do you want to wait?
No,
I feel like we're probably done waiting now.
Okay.
It's start picking locks.
All right.
As soon as all three of you are like, nah, and your voices kind of die down, you hear a very velvety voice that is dark and deep, and has a bit of an accent to it that you're not quite familiar with. You hear the voice, and it... give me a second. It says, hello. Good morning.
Is it?
Can we get the effects of a long rest?
No.
Sorry.
Good job checking. But no.
I like some breakfast with my morning. What's on the menu?
Funny. Who do you all work for?
Kind of
That's
freelancers working for ourselves, I think.
Independent contractor.
Third party.
My God.
Oh, technically, I do have an employer, but I would consider it more of an independent contractor.
I followed the group.
Yes, I see. I ask again. Who do you work for?
We work against the necromancers.
I was supposed to say we work. Let me get back in voice. We work more against people than kind of for them. Currently, we're thinking about working against the Shield House. If this is the second time that we have been asked to be drugged by a member, I say that loud enough, hoping that a certain other person who maybe said "wait, stop" is here.
Mm-hmm.
Been asked several times yesterday, assuming it's the next day, to show some trust, and we showed it. It hasn't gone well for us yet.
Mm-hmm. Also, we have not been paid for Shield, our last job, which we were awarded into doing for Shield House. So we are not on the best terms with them.
So you work against Shield Health?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Coming soon if we don't get start getting answers, though. Let's say that.
We work against the Pact of the Lich.
Oh, yeah, for sure, them.
Yeah, for sure that, yeah.
You guys were employed by the school, right?
Do we recognize this voice? Sorry.
You don't recognize this voice. No.
Okay.
Sorry, was that a question to the players or?
That was Tarvik in character.
Okay.
Because I don't think Tarvik knows what you guys were doing other than like attending school. So I don't
Oh,
know. So Tarvik
Alaria.
probably does not know if you work for the school or not.
We own the school now.
Oh,
Yeah, that's our
well,
school.
okay,
We
so
inherited
yes.
the school.
You all
It wasn't
teachers
so
now.
much a school as like singular teacher.
It was a
and-
mentor-mentee relationship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also,
Highly
the school
individualized.
got run over by zombies and stuff probably by now.
I'm sure it's
What
fine.
was that?
I kind of lost track of what was in character and not, but so he'll just go. The very deep voice just goes, "Duh. Who do you work for?"
Death's
I
Witness.
think I'm not catching
Oh,
the end of that. Can you say again?
Who do you work for? Is what I was saying.
You want us to say you, right? But we don't know who you are.
I also don't think we work for you. So there's also that.
We really don't work for anyone.
No. Who do you work for?
My self. I feel like we've covered this though.
Really
Uh,
have.
Are we?
A
We're
lot of
talking.
personal-
As you're talking, you hear a familiar voice, definitely to Roland and Cassandra. Kind of, maybe, I don't remember, maybe familiar to Tarvik. But you hear a female voice going, "Sorry to interrupt, but I'm leaving." And you hear that same voice go, "Yeah, unfortunately, I must tend to some mice." You hear the female voice go, "Of course. Don't forget to watch the borders. I'll be in touch." And then you hear the same voice, the dark, deep voice go, "I look forward to our partnership and welcome back, Second Flame." The female voice goes, "I'm only back temporarily until things are settled." And in that moment, you kind of hear some resentment and a little bit of sternness. And for Roland and Cassandra, go ahead and make history checks with advantage. Because
Is it the girl from the bar at Parabor? With the... Is that who it is?
Weird knives. Knife lady.
Sorry, I'll roll. You said history at advantage? Okay.
There you go. It is that lady with the knives.
Oh, okay, good.
You
Raylene or
What's her
Zara?
name?
I forget.
It was
I think I don't think
dark hair,
Tarvik
not the
would
blue
have.
hair.
Okay.
Tarvik probably would not know her voice. But Tarvik would be familiar with her at least if someone was like the knife lady.
Yeah, so
Kept referencing her to what's her face. As like, look,
So,
one
did
of you is
you-
better at hiding things than others.
Did you interact with her? I'm trying to. I was trying to.
I don't think I don't think when we were in Parabor, I didn't interact with her. I have to look up on my notes because I'm losing my mind. Because it's been like a year since we've been in Parabor.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The cleric in Parabor's name, whose name I can't think of off the top of my head.
Galana.
It was definitely not
yeah.
Galana. I know
It's
you
not
definitely
Galana.
interacted with her.
But I interacted with Galana, and I made reference to the fact that, like, Galana was far better at hiding the fact that she's a lot more powerful than she is than the Knife Lady, who was constantly, like, doing the bare minimum, but was really clearly, like, really knew what they were doing.
So two of them. So the dark-haired one and the blue-haired one.
Oh, okay.
They both
Maybe I'm
had
thinking of the
knives.
different one.
That's
Okay.
why I wasn't sure if you knew Zara, because Raylene was for sure there, but I'm not sure if when you guys were protecting Parabor during the siege, I don't think Zara was there. And I think that's when you were there. Were you... Oh, but you were there at the beginning too. Okay, we'll just say you...
Yeah.
We'll just say, for sake of this, you...
I didn't roll, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll get filled in on the
Yeah,
information provided.
roll history, but not at advantage, because I'm not sure if you
Okay.
interacted with her a lot. So let's just do straight roll.
I don't think I did. Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah. So like maybe, but maybe not.
Mhm.
It's not super clear to you whose voice this is, but you definitely know it's a familiar voice. So this familiar voice of Zara, for both of you, you remember, and definitely Roland. You hear Zara kind of have that terseness in her voice. I'm only back temporarily until things are settled. And then you hear the deeper voice go, "Das Vidania, Second Flame." And you hear kind of footsteps. "Apologies for the interruption. I grow
Can I
tired
just
of
catch?
this."
I just want to make sure I wrote down a few things. He said I must tend to some mice. Is that what he said?
Yes.
And then she asked him to watch a front. Is that right?
Border?
She said, "Don't forget to watch the boulders."
Boulders.
Boulders. And
Gotcha.
Let
watch the
me...
boulders.
Boulders. This type of boulders. Just so that we're making sure I'm giving you the correct word. Boulders. So he says... Oh, sorry. Was that the end of your questions for clarification?
I think so. Right now, at least. Yeah.
Okay. So he says, "I grow tired of this. Duh. One of you is a traitor. And that is okay. Because one of you will live.
A traitor?
Look at the piece of paper." And you notice that on the ground, like tucked in the corner behind the cell, away from the bars, is a piece of parchment and what appears to be a pen or ink-filled feather pen, like back in the old days with the ink and stuff. But this is self-filled as a little portion of the feather part. And he says, "Duh. You may write who you are loyal to, and be honest, as this will set you free."
Okay. Do you want us to, like, DM you?
Yes.
Or...
Each of you can
All right,
DM me
all
what
right.
you think you would write in character.
On Roll20 or on Discord?
Whichever's easiest. I'll check both, but make sure it's to GM or specifically to me in Discord. Slip the paper through the bars underneath, and we shall see. Who is
Can you
the
only
traitor?
can only you read the test?
Yes, thank you. Wait.
I think it went to Olivia
I don't know
too.
if I see it on... Yeah, I see it on Olivia too. But that's okay. You can send it to Olivia too. I don't think anyone else sees
Okay.
Olivia too. Okay, I see it to my regular one. Yeah.
Okay.
The deep voice says to slip it through the bars, and they say, "We will see. One of you is a traitor. Who are you loyal to?"
Hang on. Sorry.
Sees a parchment slip from one of the one of the little enclosures, and the paper is grabbed. Another paper is slipped through, and you hear the sound of someone grabbing it. I wait for the third.
Sorry. I'm really nervous it's not gonna like whisper it.
It's like,
Now, I was the same, and that's why I had to do it over Discord, because I did not trust him.
Yeah, I'm
didn't trust
doing this
the
over
whisper
Discord.
taker.
I'm too worried that it won't work. It's just
No,
going on
I
Discord.
100% was the same way. Please do not feel that way. Feel like you're alone. I was the same.
Our trust for roll 20.
2 tests and I'm
Yeah, no trust.
I sent it to you.
Alright, great. A third piece of paper slides through, and you hear footsteps reach and grab it, and the paper crinkles as the footsteps slightly fade away. You hear the voice go, "Thank you." Go ahead. You hear the voice, and some other footsteps approach once again. The God, I'm gonna call them blinds, even though I know they're not blinds or shades. I will refer to them as blinds or shades or curtains. How about that? I don't know what I want to call them, but they get drawn up for Tarvik. Tarvik, you see and the other two you don't know, but you hear blinds being drawn, and Roland, you hear the blinds being drawn across from you. Cassandra, you hear the blinds being drawn kind of like across from you to the corner, so catty corner. Tarvik, you see the blinds get drawn up for you, and you see a guy dressed in all black as he nods to you, and he takes a key and he opens the door, and he motions you to come out, though wordless. And he just kind of points to the darkness beyond here. So I'm going to remove everyone else's tokens, so you're not going to be able to see, but Tarvik should be able to see what I'm describing. Let me know, Tarvik, if you can see.
I can see. I think I gotta zoom in a little bit here.
Yeah, it's a little far.
Do I see the guy's face at all?
Yeah, he appears to be like mid-30s or so. He appears to be a human, male, short, cropped brunette hair.
Not someone we recognize at all.
Oh,
or
no.
I should know. Okay, that's important.
You see Roland. No, you don't see Roland, but from what you heard of them kind of talking, you expected Roland to be here, and you expect Cassandra to be here.
Okay.
And you see the door kind of open.
So still chained up. Door is just open now.
Yeah, and the guy motions. The guy in front of you motions for you to go out that way.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well.
She's not there.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
But,
that's fine. I will.
Yeah, you step
make
up.
my way out to hear it.
Correct.
Yeah.
You step up and you see this figure before you. You see glowing yellow eyes, and you see her just kind of sitting. Her knee is kind of bouncing up and down. You kind of sense some tension as she's just kind of nervously rubbing her hands. And she puts a finger up to her mouth, and she motions to the left.
I'll just give a nod. Can I do an insight check on her to see maybe if I can get anything more about her anxiety?
Yeah, go for it.
26.
Ooh, very nice. Let's see.
Like, do I see her looking in a certain direction? Do I see her like, or does it just seem just general nervousness?
Let's go into one-on-one. We haven't done that in a while.
Oh, we really have not. All right.
All right. So that was a very high roll. So you can hear me, right? Oh, no, you can't hear me. Hold on. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, sorry. I have 2 Discords open and I hopped into the wrong one.
Hey,
yeah,
no worries.
that was a very high roll. So you gather that she's nervous for you guys. Like she wants you guys to be safe, and she doesn't feel right about the situation, but she needs to let it happen. And so she really wants you to just kind of follow along, and that's why she just was like silently motioning for you to go to the left. And she kind of gets up as if she's going to like go with you to the left.
Oh, okay.
But you get the feeling that like she's like pleading with her eyes towards you to like not do anything and like trust her, and she's giving off the sense that she's just kind of like nervous for you guys, to hoping that you guys make good choices.
So this was probably a very similar vibe that Seagarden gave off in the jail.
Yeah. Like I can't really say anything, but like please don't do anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will also say, just because I know that the other two couldn't see yet, I was like, oh man, hey look, so the panther thing was real?
Yeah.
Too real.
Yeah, so giving you a little description. I didn't want to give it away too much, but the glowing
No, that's
eyes,
fair.
I should have done the one-on-one at the beginning, I realized. But the glowing eyes, you notice that it is tabaxi, where it is very much Black Panther-like shape, but you can see it has some humanoid characteristics, and you can see he's just kind of like putting his paws / arms across each other. He looks very relaxed as he just kind of smiles towards you as you walk up.
Okay, does he, or do they, I guess I probably don't know gender yet, I don't know if you want me to reroll insight or not, but do they give off a similar vibe, or are they a little bit more comfortable than...
They're super comfortable. You find it very contrast to how Colonel Seagarden is, and they seem very relaxed with you approaching, and yeah, they just smile.
Is that actually Colonel Seagarden, or is that someone different down there?
Down where?
Down here.
That's Colonel Seagarden.
Oh, is she? Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
And she's gonna get up, and she's gonna, as she points, she's gonna like motion you down this way.
Okay, down. Okay, that's Tarvik's right. So yeah, Tarvik will absolutely go along with her and continue moving along.
She's gonna come down here, and she's gonna whisper to you, "I'm very sorry that this had to happen, but I really appreciate you not doing anything weird. Just give us a few more minutes and just wait here."
I can take these off.
I
won't rattle them.
I can't take them off, but we'll have them off you soon.
Please do. And I guess Tarvik will, go in. I don't know if she wants him in a cell or not, but he will just like sit down in that cell.
She didn't point to a cell. She just kind of wanted you off down here, like away from the others.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, Tarvik will just stand still then.
She doesn't do your request for letting you go, but she clasps your hands and gives like a very soulful look into your eyes and just says, "Thank you."
Still need explanations.
Obviously. And she stands up, and you hear her kind of sit back down to an area. All right, so you can go back to the rest of them with the regular channel. All right.
Okay.
Welcome back.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you. So, Roland and Cassandra, you hear the curtain / shades rise up for a cell, and you hear that someone motions, or not motions, someone shuffles off. Like, you hear footsteps, you hear 2 sets of footsteps. And that's all you hear.
Is that one of us? You still there, Cassandra? Still there, Tarvik?
I'm here.
You do not hear anything from Tarvik.
They've
Can
taken
I grab my
Tarvik.
lockpick and like try and... Am I handcuffed?
You are handcuffed, yes.
Can I grab my lockpick and try to let
Yeah,
myself loose?
absolutely.
Do I have anything that I can?
I don't know if you have anything.
I'm going to test. Can I cast a cantrip?
I still have
Yes, you can test a cantrip, and you realize that it fails immediately. I think in your other game,
handcuffs.
you have thieves' tools.
I do, yes. Oh my! If this happened in the other game, oh my goodness, would the dynamic be?
Yeah, Cassandra. Okay, so you work with your thieves' tools, and you try and pick the cell door, and you hear click, 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 and you hear that the lock is open for the cell.
All right. I'm gonna peek out. I guess I'll stealth first. Like try and like hide the fact that I'm loose.
That's true. Yeah, go ahead and do stealth to see if you can hide that you picked the lock. Ooh, very nice.
And then
Did she say she picked the lock on the handcuffs or the cell?
Oh, I thought she said cell. Is that correct?
Originally it was handcuffs, but I'm fine with cell. Let's do cell.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to look outside real quick, like around the curtain.
All right. So I'm gonna put your token on now, so that you can see. Hold on, Cassandra. Do you find yourself on a map with a guy right here?
Yes.
Cool. So you peek out, and this is what you see.
Do I remember which one Roland was in from hearing?
You heard him from the right.
Okay. I'm gonna try and unlock Roland's cell quietly.
Okay. As soon as you... Because you're gonna have to go through the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna have to make your way over, like slip yourself kind of partway through the cell division in order to get his door. And as soon as you do those movements, you hear that voice go. And like a little tisk noise and say, "I see you, my dear Cassandra." And
I don't like being locked up.
You think that's very odd.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have stealthed the best that you have done in your entire life. Which makes you feel like this thing, they are very perceiving. This reminds you of back when you were so young and entering your criminal phase, where you had... Sorry. Where you had... I can't control the auto feeder. It needs to feed my cat.
Yes. I hope your cat is nice and fed.
Yes. So this reminds you of your days when you were a young lass, and you were doing little pickpockets here and there, and you thought that you were pretty good, and then you saw the older kids. You saw the people who were already in the black network, and you saw them, and you were like, "Oh man, like they're so much better. I gotta like work my butt off to get up to their level." And you're reminded of that phase in your life where you feel like you're doing your best, and there is just someone out there who is like has that experience, has that expertise, and just bests you, and you feel like this was nothing for whoever is talking to you from the shadows, because they instantly saw you. You felt really confident, and as soon as you poked out your hand, they did that little tisk 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 kind of thing.
Do I feel like this guy noticed though?
That guy did not notice. He's just looking straight.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and
as
sneak
you
around.
Yeah, as you move forward even more to continue forward, you hear the voice go, "Derek, open the curtain." As the guy kind of stands and says, "Okay." As he opens your curtain, as your curtain starts to roll up and you are completely exposed. You hear soft footsteps approach you from this area. As you see
Whoa.
this creature. He kind of motions his head towards the way that he approached, as he very relaxed turns and walks. So he was beckoning you to follow him.
I'm gonna slide the lockpick under Roland's curtain.
Nice. With your
Pick it
stealth,
up.
yeah, you slide it in, and the creature that you saw just chuckles.
Roland, I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I'll definitely be here, not doing anything. Picking up the lockpick, like trying to look at it, like I can figure this out.
I'm like really
I can
noisily
definitely
like
figure this
scuffing the ground as I walk past. Like
As you
cover
approach
for Roland.
this common area, this is what you see. But go ahead and you hop in one-on-one as well.
Okay. Hello.
All right, you can hear me? So
Yeah.
you see this creature, and I don't want to give it away, but you see a tabaxi, but in very Black Panther form. And you see that he's walking very relaxed. He's on the ground. He's walking like a panther, as he kind of walks very relaxed and very smooth. As you turn into this bigger area, and you see Colonel Seagar, and she's kind of sitting. She has her arms folded with her legs crossed, and she's kind of wringing her hands a bit in anticipation. She seems a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious, as she looks towards you. And you see the tabaxi just kind of nod towards Colonel Seagarden. And you see Colonel Seagarden releases a little bit of a sigh of relief, and you see her kind of stand up and motion to you silently, a finger to the map top. And she's kind of silently motioning for you to follow her.
Okay. I'll follow.
Yeah, and she brings you into this area. And
It's dark up here. Can you put in the light? I'm poor.
Interesting.
No night vision.
So you kind of stop her. Like, it's so dark, and she holds your hand. She'll outreach her hand.
Yeah. I'll
and
grab
she'll,
it.
She'll move you forward into this space. So I'm gonna move you forward.
Okay.
Here, you're in the darkness, and she kind of sets you towards a back wall, and she whispers to you in a lower voice, "Thank you very much for not doing anything rash. I apologize for all of this, but just sit tight here. Tarvik's in a separate room. You're all safe. Everything will be explained. Just, can you wait here?"
Colonel, we have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Also, is that the creature everyone's been rumoring about?
We'll talk. And she squeezes your hands a bit, and she leaves. Or she asks you, "Are you okay if I leave?" "You'll be okay here."
Will I?
She says,
Want to
yes.
insight check her?
Yes, you will be. In the darkness. Her voice is... Yeah, go ahead and insight.
Okay, yeah.
She's unwavering. She has confidence that you will be okay here.
Okay. I'm also going to like feel around the room when she leaves, just to like see if there's any like danger in this room or anything.
Yeah. You feel around. You find yourself feeling a very similar format to the area that you were previously in.
Okay. All right.
So it seems like this is another little pocket of cells.
Okay, but I'm not locked in.
No, she put you kind of
Okay.
in the middle area, and she didn't tell you to go in a cell or anything. She just kind of set you in the middle ground.
Okay, cool.
Towards the back wall, so you had something to like lean your back against if you wanted to sit or something.
Yeah, I guess I'll just sit and meditate until I'm looking out for danger, though.
Okay, sounds good. You can hop back into regular chat. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Hello.
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 Welcome back.
All right, Roland. You have the lockpick. What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
You heard Cassandra leave. She was very noisy about it.
I have no proficiencies in lockpicking. May I try anyways to see if I can't disable or remove the cuffs on my wrists?
Yes, go ahead. You can do straight without any added bonus, since you don't have proficiency.
So just a D20.
Yeah.
4. I'm so sorry, Cassandra, if I break your lockpick.
Oh, it's fine.
You're finding yourself struggling against it. You don't break the lockpick, but you're definitely not skilled in this, and you're finding a hard time figuring out how she does this.
Now you can appreciate me.
I do appreciate you so much. I wish you could take these off. You get to keep your
trying.
skills when the magical cuffs go on.
Yeah. I was trying, Roland.
You're great.
So, anything else you were trying, Roland?
I'm gonna say, is anyone still there?
You do not hear any voices respond to you.
Just checking or looking around as I like try to fuss uselessly with this like pick. Is there anything in this room? Any?
Make a perception check. It doesn't appear there to be any tangible items in this room. It appears to be just a holding cell, and not even a bed or anything. It's literally just like concrete on the ground and the 3 walls that are full concrete with the bars and the cloth.
Do I get the impression this is like a magically made place, or is it like built with
It feels physical.
laborers' hands?
Yeah, it feels physical.
Yeah.
As you are sitting with your thoughts on what to do, you hear light footsteps go towards you. As you feel a
Hello?
presence by yourself. Roland.
Yes.
Why don't you think any of your friends are traitors?
I haven't done anything to be traitorous? Treacherous?
Your friends have left you.
I mean, that seems like a very understandable thing. If I had been taken out first, I definitely would have went.
A logical one. You find yourself stuck here.
Yes, I do. Would you like to fix that for me?
and you hear soft footsteps. Just kind of patter out.
What kind of footsteps? Like, not like a claw, like a. Okay.
Have players been talking?
I have been speculating. They Adam did not say anything.
I did not. I implied that we had to make a new character. That was the only thing I implied.
Yes, that was the implication. You guys were a backup character.
You hear soft steps, unlike that of regular human ones you have encountered. Go ahead and make a perception check for me to see as you focus in if you can identify even further. It just feels different and it feels soft. Unfortunately. What is
Are you
Roland
still
doing?
there?
You hear no response to that question. You do feel like someone's breathing nearby, though.
Roland is just fussing with the lock, trying to remain calm, but getting more and more frustrated with it. Probably gonna sit against the edge of the wall. And just try to be patient.
How long is Roland's patience?
Oh. Pretty long. I'd say at least probably like, I don't know, like at least 4 hours long.
Interesting. All right. You get into a few minutes, and to Tarvik, you see this person appear, and just tells you that it's gonna apparently be a little while. So, do you want water or something to eat? To Tarvik. Are you
You can't
muted?
hear you.
I was muted. Yeah, Tarvik will just silently nod.
Okay. So in a little bit, she disappears for a little bit, but she acknowledges your response. Cassandra, she comes to you, asks you the same thing.
I want my friends. Where are they? Are they okay?
She will say, yes, they are okay, but we have to
Why
wait
can't
a little
I
bit
see them?
longer. Sorry, did you say something?
Why can't I see them?
Oh, she says, well, we don't want you guys to do anything rash if you're together, and we're still waiting on Roland.
What do you mean waiting on him?
She just shrugs.
Can I help him? Can I?
She says no. If you can be patient, she says, we're just waiting.
Okay.
Did you want
Yes,
water
I'll
or
take
something to
food.
eat?
Yes. I'm always
Okay.
hungry. But also give Roland and Tarvik some.
We've asked Tarvik, but I cannot interfere with Roland right now. Just give me a moment, I'll bring stuff back. And she acknowledges that you want stuff. She'll bring some stuff to you, Tarvik, as well as Cassandra. You get just like a regular cup of water and then like something carby to keep you full and satisfied. Your choice.
Yeah.
So, Roland, as you continue waiting, we don't go to the full 4 hours, but some time has passed. You guys all have probably been waiting like an hour or so. You guys can mark off that you have a short rest as you guys are just kind of sitting. So, about a little after an hour, you hear the footsteps approach once again. And you hear that deep voice again call to you, Roland. Have you fallen asleep in there?
I'm an elf, I don't sleep.
With a small chuckle, you feel and hear the shades roll up. And in front of you, you are now on the board. Rolling, roll. You see a regular human man who is just kind of holding the strands to move the curtain up, but then you also see this tabaxi, who is on all fours in a Black Panther form, but just kind of is very relaxed in his demeanor as he looks towards you with golden yellow eyes. As he chuckles and this is raised, you see him and he kind of purrs a little bit in his voice as he speaks to you. He says, "How are you feeling, Roland?"
Curious question. I do not like the handcuffs.
Yet, you only tried a little bit to get them removed. And he kind of does like a little pouty face and he puts his face on his paws. That is okay. Here we go. And he kind of motions his paws to the guy and he brings out his keys and he opens your door. And the tabaxi just kind of very relaxed kind of motions toward with his head for you to follow him out. And he says, "Please," as he goes out. And he nods to this woman who will go ahead and go in this direction. Tarvik, you will hear her say, "I think we are okay now. Can you follow me?"
Okay. Tarvik, who's probably at this point sitting on the ground.
Right. Yeah.
From the fact that this is just a long day, will kind of just like scoot his way up the wall and then start following behind.
Yeah. She'll lead you out and she'll say, "You can sit down over there." And she kind of crosses over. Roland, you see Colonel Seagarten move past and give you a curt nod as the tabaxi moves forward and just kind of nods to the table for you to sit, as Colonel Seagarten will come to you, Cassandra. And anytime she's approached, she's been mindful that you can't see, so she'll like come in quietly and say, "Cassandra, it's me, don't worry," to not startle you.
Nice.
And she'll grab your hands to motion you out as well.
Is Roland okay? Where's Tarvik?
Yes, they're out here. And she'll motion you to join the table where you see the other two. And you see Colonel Seagarten look like a side glance to... Oh, do you not sit down, Cassandra?
Yeah, I'll sit down. Sorry.
Okay.
I can't tell if there's someone sitting there.
I'll move your token here.
Right, yeah. Thank you.
Well, yeah, you can't see.
Yeah. I can see a little bit here and there, but not everything.
Yeah, there's some ambient glow, but it is a pretty dark space. So
Roland will give her back her lockpick.
Oh, yeah. I'll put it back
Yeah,
in my
just
boot.
a secret.
Yeah.
You see Colonel Seagarten give a side glance to the tabaxi that you all see, who's just kind of lazily crossed his arms as he looks towards all of you with like a very gentle smile, like a very satisfied smile. And she then looks towards you guys at the table and says, or actually releases a very long held breath. Okay. Thank you all very much for everything that you have been through. you probably have a lot of questions, so let me preface your questions with a bit of an explanation, and then if you have questions, you can ask us. Obviously, you know who I am, and this is Chetra. And I will spell the name here in Roll20 chat. She says this is Chetra. We have heard very concerning things about people against Duros, against the Crown, against S.H.I.E.L.D. We're in a very precarious situation now with the war. There are spies everywhere, and there are people being bought. We didn't know what was going on. We didn't know if you were involved. We heard some rumors, some tips that said that perhaps all of you, and she kind of glances at an empty spot at the table, may be involved. It's a
I
little
want
bit
to assure you that our missing member is not because she's done anything wrong. She's just, I don't want to say idiocy.
I don't think that she's smart enough to pull that off. That is correct.
Well,
I think we have some enemies, and likely they would have spread rumors about us. But our actions have all been true.
And that is what we have determined. At each point, you all almost followed direction, and in that trust, we thus return. We wanted to make sure that all of your alignments, let's say, were true. There's a lot of things going on in the background that are big. I can't divulge too much for security, but I'm very happy to know that all of you aren't a part of that. Chetra here, in addition to all of the concerns that I personally had his own vision, let's say, of how this was handled. And you hear Chetra just kind of chuckle at that and says, yes, well, I couldn't have made the vetting easy since you burned down my tavern. And he looks towards all of you with kind of like a sly grin, and he says, but this was fun. As he looks towards Colonel Seagarten, he'll say, and now my part of it has concluded. I do think that this leaves some unanswered questions, however. There's many things left unanswered. However, it seems your people here, they are okay. Looks towards Cassandra with a little bit of a smile. Kind of like a mischievous smile, I would say. And Colonel Seagarn will pick up and say, thank you very much, Chetra. For all of you, this did not happen. You did not meet this character, as she kind of gestures towards Chetra, and this place doesn't exist. And unfortunately, we will have to go ahead and make sure that you are unable to find the whereabouts of this location, but you will get a warning this time. We can make it a little bit less painful. I can give you all a pill, but you're going to have to be a little bit unconscious again for us to transport you out back. But before that, do you have any questions that I have not answered?
Yes, I have
this
one.
is.
Oh, go ahead. You go first.
No, you go
Rowan.
first.
I'm sure yours is more important than mine.
No, I just want to confirm this is Shadow House, and this is the head of Shadow House.
I can't confirm nor deny that. She says.
How
Chetra
did you
just
know that
smiles.
I got out of my cell?
What'd you say, Cassandra?
How'd you know I got out of my cell?
Looking towards Chetra?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chetra looks and says, my little fletchling. Of course I knew. And just kind of winks at you.
Ah. Could I... Well, I don't have time for this. So, in Parabor, there were necromancers, and we encountered... They abducted our friend, and they have both the hand and the eye, and they're gonna summon a necromancer army, and we need to be more worried about that than the dwarves who were just stupid politicking.
I appreciate that you think it is just politicking, Cassandra. However, it is much more than that. Our men's lives are at risk here. This is a full war. They think that they are under the impression that we have done things, and they've been quite the aggressors. This isn't politics.
What did they think you did?
Sorry, say that again?
What did they think you did?
Their king has grand ideas that we've infiltrated them in their area, and that we've... It sounds crazy, but we've poisoned their subterranean area with bad creatures that are now coming up and attacking them, all for the sake of driving down prices in our negotiation with them for materials. It's ridiculous.
So it's like what we saw in the mines, right, Roland?
Well, yeah, definitely what you're describing, being attacked by subterranean evil creatures, seems in line with the at least. I mean, there's evil creatures everywhere, right?
Yes, all
This
too
doesn't.
many. Yes, they think we're sabotaging them from within. We've mentioned and we've tried to have discussions, but any type of negotiations have always failed to them irrationally claiming that we are trying to sabotage them. I mean, our city ourselves are being attacked. Not even that gives them the understanding that we are not their foe. They think that we are simply claiming that we are being attacked in order to evade suspicion. Truly irrational.
Is there something specific you're asking of us? I mean, Cassandra mentioned what's important to us. Are you asking us to abandon our goals to do something with the dwarves?
I have no request of you at this moment. All of those questions or all of that scenario was in effect designed by Chetra here, and do you want to explain? As she has no idea, and she kind of leans towards Chetra to explain, and Chetra just kind of smiles and says, I've asked and I've received what I needed to know of you. But yes, I will ask something of all of you. There has been damage. No? And looks towards all of you very pointedly, and you can tell he's referring to what he mentioned before of you burning down his tavern. And he says, well, reparations need to be made here.
You didn't have insurance on the...
I get the impression he's talking about the people that died or the physical building. Like, what's he upset about?
Make an insight check.
Inside. I'm not very insightful. That should have just been straight
I'll
roll.
do the same, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Oh, very nice.
Slightly better.
I would say, Roland, you get a glimpse of this. Tarvik, you get a solid feel for this. He's upset about both. If you had to put weight to which one he was more upset about, it's probably the people. And you can tell that he's kind of hiding it a little bit. Like he's trying not to give you too much, but you feel like it's also an intentional indication that he's doing. Like he's being reserved, but he's making a point that you see how he feels about the situation. If that makes any sense.
What would you ask for your reparations?
There are some things that we need from a place that none of us really like to go, and none of us have much the time to venture down into now that we are assisting with things. And you can see he, when he says assisting, he kind of like motions towards Colonel Seagarden. And he continues, he says, you adventure types, you are very bold. And looks towards Cassandra again. We'd like to use that. There is something in the Underdark. It is called... Let me get my notes up.
It's a lily root.
No.
Yeah.
We're putting a little shopping list for the Underdark, aren't we?
Mhm.
I will need 5 shrooms of the Mother's Tears.
You to put that in chat.
Yes.
Would I know? Well, I get, yeah, maybe. Would I know anything about those mushrooms in particular?
Let's see. You can make a nature or medicine check or history check. I can see the case for all 3 with disadvantage because it's from the Underdark.
Okay, I will do medicine at disadvantage then.
Oh.
Yep, nope, no idea.
Can you describe what they are, what they look like?
Yes. The shrooms of the Mother's Tears. They are a black, sticky substance mushroom, usually blooming around the decay or the bones of dead, decaying material in the Underdark. It is usually found, most commonly, under the bone spider. You may take your time, I understand, as wartime rages. Access and travel becomes difficult, but I do expect these reparations. For if too long of time has passed, and you have not come back with these, well, I will not say anything further.
This can be done.
This can be done.
We do have other things we need to do in the city, though. I just look at
There's
Cassandra.
something important we have to do before we go, but...
Take your time, I said, but do not take too much time.
I do hope that we do have a relative understanding about possible conversations in the future based on some incidents that happened in the past. Maybe involving certain guards taking us into certain places for drinks and it ending badly.
Yes, how do we get these to you when we have them?
Yeah, that's a good
without
point.
getting
Yeah.
drugged?
You may take them back to the tavern. Give them to Drusilla.
Such a fan of us already, I can tell.
Mhm. Yeah, we're best friends.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So how long have you been keeping an eye on us? Because we saw Gek back at Alaria's house in Parabor.
He kind of makes a very flat face towards that statement, and he says, I have not sent Gek to Peribor.
Interesting.
He claimed it wasn't her, right?
She
It
claimed.
must have been red.
Oh, if it's red again.
Oh my god.
Ah,
I bet Red's the one flirting with Zeke, too.
yeah.
Yeah, does Gek have a relationship with Zeke?
You see Chetra and Colonel Seagarden roll their eyes. Colonel Seagarden says, sure, you can say relationship.
On a little bit more serious note, obviously we are supposed to forget this incident ever happened. I assume that means we are not telling our other compatriot about this.
Oh, I'm
at all.
definitely telling Rita. There is no way I'm not telling Rita what happened.
Right. So there's that.
Chetra looks at all of you and says, do you trust her?
Trust you?
No, trust her.
Oh, I
Speaking about
Oh,
Rita.
yeah,
her?
yes. Yep.
When it counts. Yeah.
Glances past Roland
Well-
and looks more towards Tarvik and Cassandra.
Trust in what way?
Well, do you trust her as someone who may keep this secret? You all see this character walk in.
Tarek doesn't react at all.
Cassandra just charges at him and
Oh.
just smacks him.
You go in for what, like an unarmed
smack.
strike, or
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. With
you-
both hands, I guess, because I'm handcuffed.
it's like double hard. You
Yeah.
hit him square in the jaw as you charge towards him, and you can see he just kind of looks surprised, but he doesn't seem too fazed by it, as he immediately will go ahead and subdue you to the ground. And he says, he like puts an arm against your neck as he drops you to the ground. He says, "Whoa," and looks towards Chetra and looks towards Colonel Seagarden and says, "What the fuck is all of this about?"
Yeah, what's
You
it
know
about,
what this is about, Sammy!
Is this the one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense
This
now.
is red.
He looks at you a
Ah.
little bit,
The-
a lot a bit confused, I should say, and he just doesn't respond and just says, "What?" Looks towards Chetra. Chetra, seeing all of you very high and tense, at least Roland and Cassandra, will kind of look quizzically at all of this, and both of them kind of step back to see how this plays out. They don't say anything, but they just seem curious.
It does strike me as it's possible that there might be a shapeshifter that's also impersonating you. But
Oh.
all signs point to you being the shapeshifter.
Yeah.
I'm
What are you doing?
not a shapeshifter. I don't know what the fuck you guys are going on about. Chetra. And he just kind of does like a arm, like what's going on. And Chetra just kind of
Rita's
smiles
here.
and is observing. He, Red just kind of shakes his head then and says, "What are you guys claiming I did?"
You shapeshifted into a little boy and followed us around for like a week.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna
then-
stop you there, crazy lady. I did no such fucking thing. And I don't know who
Insight.
the fuck you went against and came across, but it wasn't fucking me. Go ahead and make an insight check. You believe him?
I have no reason to.
Yeah,
I don't know this man.
Roland's
Yeah,
asking-
Tarvik
Roland's
is
asking
also
you
just
to.
mildly looking at the situation.
Yeah. This is the passive observer, Tarvik. He is no dog in this fight at
Yeah.
all.
So wait, there's a shapeshifter that translated into this guy, into Gek, and into Sammy?
Roland, did you roll insight or did you pass on that?
Oh. If you mind, I'll roll it. If Tarvik won't. Nope, that's a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you believe him.
Alright, I
He's
stopped
a
struggling.
really good liar. He's a really good liar if he...
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am a good liar, yes.
It doesn't help us
Not hate you. What's your name?
not hate you.
I don't care
What are
if
you
you
calling?
fucking hate me. Hate me, whatever. And
Okay, were you the one that came up on top of the hill and, like, at one time
Oh,
in
yeah, the
Parabor
monk.
on the mountain? Yeah, he did the monk shit?
he looks at you with like no recognition in his eyes. He's just kind of scrunching his face and he says, "No."
Do you have someone in the shadow house that can shapeshift?
You can see he kind of looks towards Gek, and they both kind of shrug. They can disguise themselves. We all can.
Someone that knows you all, because like they'd have to know you to be able to shift into you, right, Roland? Someone's
You would
impersonating
think,
you.
yeah, yeah, you're not just some random person they saw.
Jack, were you in Parabor
really-
and you went to Ilaria's house?
Gek is just kind of mildly also looking at the situation. What? I told you guys before. I never came across you before.
You all have a little mole. You're asking us about trust. You got
Right.
issues.
Maybe we discuss this later, and we continue with the one that we need to finish now.
Yeah, you're right.
If Rita
You
was
know
here,
that
she
you're going
could
to have this
send
exact same conversation with Rita in an hour or something
If
like
Rita
that.
was here, she could like probe.
She
his
could send to
thoughts.
Sammy and then watch this guy's mouth not move. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I could do that. I don't know Sammy though. That's the issue.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. Lady, are you gonna come at me again? He looks towards down at Cassandra.
Only if
She's
you
just been pinned this entire time.
attack me. Yeah. I just feel like pouting.
And he hasn't been pressing hard. He's just like making
Yeah.
sure you're like, don't attack him.
Yeah. No, I won't attack.
All right, great, good fucking news for you. And he grabs your arm and like gets you upright, and then just kind of
Mhm.
guides you back. And he says, "Right, okay." And he moves over to Chetra and whispers in Chetra's ear, and Chetra just kind of shakes his head very slowly, disappointed, and he will go ahead and nod towards Colonel Seagarden. Gek also nods towards Colonel Seagarden and Chetra, and they decide to... They don't decide, but they go off. That was a weird way to put it. They leave.
That's alright. You're good.
Oh, that's fair.
They give you a dirty
you-
look, both Cassandra and Roland, who were very aggressive towards him.
I do like the thing where you
Tarvik
point at your eyes and
absolutely
then point at them, like
Yeah.
I'm watching you.
The whole time while your chains rattle because you're extending your arm too far and your one arm gets dragged along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Give your lockpick back. Been sitting here for like.
Yeah, I'll start like
Several
trying to
minutes.
unlock myself.
Hmm.
Chetra will pipe up and say, "Well, it seems Rita is a bit squirrely. Is she nervous?" She
Oh, I mean, she just doesn't like to be in a cage, I don't think.
seems like she has
To be
a
fair,
hard
I also don't.
time following and trusting. Not good qualities.
Well,
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
Our-
not a lot of trust has been going on here, as I personally had a bunch of poison liquor dumped down my throat and my throat alone. I can speak for that personally. I can also say, if I did not have magic cuffs on, a lot more escape attempts would have been made. Just realistically.
Yes, that's why we have them. He has like a very like relaxed tone, like just matter of fact. Like, of course, that's why. He will say in response to that, yes, Drusilla. That's why we have her there. She can be rough at times, yes, but she is good.
Right. Anywho, Chetra, I think we might be done with you. I have several questions for Seagarden, but she may like to discuss those not here. So, there's that.
Sure, we can discuss if you would like just me. Chetra, do you mind? And Chetra just very calmly waltzes off and says, absolutely not. Do you guys have anything else for Chetra?
Yeah, I was going to say, I assumed that we were done with Chetra. That's on me. If you guys have other questions,
he's going out, so if you want him, you need to...
Hey, if like sometime in the next few years I decide I want to know how you found out I was leaving my cell, could I ask for training?
He smiles a bit and says, perhaps if you're still alive.
Oh, I will be.
I hear there's a bounty on your head.
Wait, what?
And he smiles and just walks off.
No. Damn it, still active rolling.
Oh man, on Cassandra specifically, or is it everybody?
Well, I know
Colonel,
I
do you know
had
about
one.
this bounty? Oh, from before.
Do not.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, you think he was referring to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Anywho,
Did I get my cups off, by the way?
Oh, you
I
still
rolled a
have them
20.
on, and if you mention it, Colonel Seagengar will... Oh, yes, I'm sorry. And we'll go ahead. Actually, no. She will call out to Chetra, and Chetra will actually come back. And because she can't actually unlock them. She asks Chetra, I forgot, can you please unlock them? And he takes a nod, and he uses his claw. And he uses his 4th finger. And we'll go ahead and unlock yours, Cassandra. And then he takes the cuffs and puts them in like a side pocket that he's wearing. He will go to you, Tarvik, and he will use his pinky and unlock yours. And he will go to you,
If he
Roland,
use it,
and he will unlock using his pointer finger, or pointer claw, and grabs the cuffs from you as he nods and leaves.
These are incredibly
like it.
useful.
Do you say that to...
Oh, the magic cuffs?
Yeah, I say that. I say that. I just in general.
Oh, just out loud.
I might have need.
Just a statement.
Yeah. I might have.
Yeah.
I might have need for these in the future.
They
Just a thought.
do appear to be very handy, and they cost a lot of money. I do wish that
sure they
we
do.
at the Shield House also had them.
Great. To be fair, if it makes it easier, I don't need the key to remove them from who I will likely be attaching it to. So, just keep that in mind. Anywho, who did I already forget his name because it's been
Chetra.
literally 4 months. What? No, not Ted.
Oh.
The other guy, the Seagarden's main man.
Zeke?
No, not Zeke.
Tamias.
The other.
Sir Tamias?
Yeah, Tamias. That's it. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
so, how much trouble is Tamias going to be in after all of this?
Well,
He was a sweet kid.
Tamias.
He really did try
Tamias
with a
tried.
very bad plan.
Tamias tried, and I appreciate the effort. I did not account for your adventurous spirit, as she just kind of holds like a tight smile, and your fiery passion.
Yes, both of those things. To be fair, and I do not mean this as any offense, Roland, any bit of research into Roland and libraries might have brought up a case for a different building. And again, no offense, obviously innocent, but...
Yeah.
We are already.
Yeah, now she's gonna look it up. Okay. Okay.
We've spoken to your mentor, Roland. I believed her.
I do not make a habit of burning down places.
She did mention that, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
On a different note, then, there were some questions. Did Lydia and her group take credit for our efforts in the mine?
Credit is distributed where credit was due. Both of you assisted, and so both of your groups will have credit.
So we'll see you at Chilled House later to discuss credit, I guess.
You will be
Is there
appearing
payment?
in Shield House.
Oh, okay.
Or what, not Shield. No, yeah, Shield House, not
The
Shield
mill?
Station.
Governor House?
Yep,
Okay.
Shield House.
Yeah.
Once we are done, we'll all be at Shield Station. No, Shield House. Sorry.
Mm.
All be
Okay.
at Shield House. And pause for any remaining questions. Let's go back to Rita. So, Rita, you have just escaped the area by going invisible, and you are kind of leaving the city gates, and you're heading towards the Raven Queen's little town / temple area. So, what are you doing as you are kind of traversing to that area?
Well, I mean, I'm keeping a lookout for any guards, anyone who works for Shield House, and I'm kind of looking over my shoulder for Reg and Drusilla and any of them to see if they was followed. But I'm just gonna, talk to Pick. You having fun, Pick? Is this a good day for you? We got paid. We stole their money. That's pretty good.
He'll be like, yeah, and then we were smashing so many walls, and then you did that really cool darkness, and then you just ran out of there.
Yeah.
Gosh, let's do more. Let's smash
We're
more walls. And he goes
Okay,
into his like
we're
black
going
note, like,
to-
yeah,
We're going to the temples, so we can do that there.
let's go.
Okay.
Run faster, Rita.
Okay.
He's like coaching you now. He's like, better form, run like this.
I'm not going to run because I don't want attention. But yeah, we'll just go to the temple.
All right. So you make your way. Go ahead and just roll me a d20.
Okay.
All right. So you take some time. You are making your way, and you find yourself having to cross the waterway. You go ahead and cross with some of the boats that are there. It's standard. They have at the narrowest part of the stream, or river, I should say, they have like a boat system that you guys used before. So you go ahead and try to steal it, or reduce your invisibility to talk to the person who's kind of manning that area.
Well, the invisibility only lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay, then yeah, you're just going
Yeah.
normal. Yeah, so you can normally just say hello, and they'll go ahead and let you onto the boat so that it crosses, and then you make your way through the town, going up to the temple. And you find yourself at the temple. What do you do?
All right. Well, I think my plan is just to rest here, to lay low, to not run into any more people that want to drug me and take me away. So I'm gonna go inside, and I'm gonna look around for a wall to smash with pick.
So you look around outside, right?
No, I go inside and I look for something to destroy.
Okay, so you try the door and it's locked.
Oh, I knock.
All right, you knock on the door and you wait a few moments and you hear and see it creak open very slightly. You see a very pale face greet you, what you've seen before, with dark, long, cascading hair over the face. It's very straight, and a very gaunt, pale face kind of looking towards you. Yes.
Hello. I was hoping it's good to see you again. I was hoping I could rest up here for a little while.
She
Is that okay?
seems to look past you, kind of above your head, and smiles. I suppose so. Opens the door, moves out of the way very gracefully and silently as she moves her hand inward, beckoning you in.
Just before I go in, Pick really wanted to destroy something. I said, "Come here, destroy something." Is that cool? Pick, do you still want to do that?
Pick is very quiet.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
He says very uniquely.
All right. Okay, we'll be good then. How have you been? I'm gonna head inside.
Great. She closes the door behind you as she motions to a single chair. And again, remember this is like a very open room, though it's not too big. It is fairly bereft of anything. So there's like one single chair in the corner, and then you see in the middle there appears to be a staircase down that you remember Cassandra going down. That just kind of like goes underground. But other than that, there doesn't appear to be much here.
So it's one chair in the corner, not in the middle of the
Yes.
open space.
Yeah, like
Okay.
towards the sides.
All right. You need help with anything while I'm here?
You are asking to the lady.
Yeah.
She does not respond, and she just looks at you.
I look back at her.
Great. You guys just lock eyes with each other. She doesn't break. I mean, she'll blink, but she doesn't. Like,
okay.
She doesn't break the gaze.
All right. I will. I need to maintain this for a long enough time, to just sort of satisfy my whim, which is going to be quite a while, and then I can go sit down.
Okay. We'll say, I don't know, like 15 minutes. Does that satisfy your whim?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
All right, so several minutes pass by, and you decide to go sit down. And she kind of sits on the floor a little bit a ways from you, maybe like a couple of feet. And she just kind of looked towards you with a very blank face.
All right, that's interesting. So, Pick, what do we do? We have to find our friends. I'm sure they're fine. I don't know where they would have gone. Maybe we just got to Roland's place before them. That's the only logical place to go to, I think, if we're trying to, once Cassandra has broken them out, or, Roland has, blasted the cuffs apart, or Tarvik, Tarvik does what Tarvik does. They would have gone to Roland's house. They weren't there yet, so I mean, I could try to go back there, but if their dad is there, that awkward. I should just rest. And I'd have to go back into the city and I risk being caught again. What do you think, Pick? I think we just rest here. I think that's a good idea.
Pick very silently just kind of goes, okay. But doesn't really say anything.
Okay.
And you know that that's very unusual for him. He always
Yeah,
has
yeah,
an
yeah,
opinion
yeah.
that's very strong.
Well, yeah. And then I don't know. I guess we're just trying to go to Bernolder at this point. Because I don't know what else there is left to do in Duros. Why did we come back to Duros? I guess we wanted to get paid for Malin.
So, as you kind of discussed with Pick, who is very non-communicative and non-energetic, we go back to the other group. And you guys are in the middle of your questions to Seagarden. So, you can continue with the questions.
Actually did have a question that I wish I'd asked when Chetra was still here. There were rumors of a Black Panther cat that had been spotted in the streets.
That was 100% him, right?
It was 100% him, right? Yeah, that was definitely him, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I didn't want to insult him though by people. I'm sure it has to be a sore subject for him. People seeing him in the street is
Staking
probably a
him,
bad
yeah.
thing. Yeah. And I feel like we
Okay.
kind of did a number on him already by murdering a bunch of his people and burning down his bar.
I should say, Colonel Seagarden will just kind of smile as you theorize about this, and once you guys kind of finish up, she'll say, yes, those rumors are true, and again, none of this conversation has ever happened, but during times of crises, he surfaces and he assists. So yes, I'm sure people have seen him, and he allows people to see him. It creates a sense of urgency in people's minds that times are difficult. Almost as if it's a warning of sorts to the people. When the rumors appear, he has appeared, and he only appears when times are uncertain.
That makes sense.
He doesn't allow anyone to see him if he does not wish.
Yeah, he seems pretty skilled.
He is, yes, and that's why there is a relationship.
So we'll report on everything we saw in the mines, the undead fae creatures, and the journal of the guy, how it was driving them insane, and say how it kind of seems similar to the dwarves, maybe.
Mm-hmm. The letter from the mayor of the town was in my possessions, and I believe are left at the jail, or possibly with Sir Timaeus.
She kind of nods and says, understood, yes, we can discuss everything. We may not have much time before our dinner, but I'm glad we were able to sort this out before then.
Also, Michael Dune, you need to convince him that the owlbear is in his benefit and that he needs a friend.
He needs a friend.
He actually should just keep it. For our convenience more than anything else. Good is probably not the right word. Pet is also probably not the right word.
She'll say, I'm unaware of what circumstance you are mentioning, but sure, I could mention it. However, that man is difficult to work with, if I am being very honest here.
We do understand that.
He's very
we
skilled, though.
very much
Again, relationships must be built with those that have the skill.
we definitely think that in keeping Alan Bear will make him easier to work with through sheer exhaustion, if nothing else.
Also destruction. But it's kind of a side note.
She looks a little concerned at that. I see. Okay. Your words have been noted. I'll make sure to mention it during the dinner party tonight, but I'm sure you all can as well.
What's this dinner party? First time hearing of a dinner party?
Yeah, I also do not like the idea of this dinner party.
The party. She looks at you guys a little confused. Did you not receive the letter?
We have... Nope.
I don't really have
not
an
received any
address.
letters.
She
Was he supposed to give it to us?
No, there was a letter sent to your residence, Roland, mentioning of the dinner party tonight. I thought that you had all gone and been able to retrieve that message, but I suppose not based on your lack of understanding.
Nope, he met us at the gates, and it seemed like he wanted us to urgently and escort us to do a few quick things, and then we went straight to the tavern.
Also,
Been
we're
a
bad
very
influences.
quick day. We
I
are.
point to me and Cassandra. Yeah, we're bad influences. We're not really welcome there anymore.
Oh gosh, that. Oh god.
Okay.
I'm excited for dinner. Is it fancy?
Yes.
Is it optional?
You should all very much attend, or else you will be on the wrong side of the king.
A king?
Okay. We gotta go find Rita.
Your actions have been recognized. Zeke actually mentioned that you all had saved him, and that is quite a deal, saving a member of a shield house.
Wow.
Right.
Ooh, I'm excited. I've never had a fancy meal before.
In addition to your concerted efforts with Parabor and most recently the mining town.
How, if you don't mind me asking, how big is this
You need a
event?
pre-meal for the...
I simply am going with the
Maybe
possibilities.
it's better not to know. I feel like it might be better not to know.
No, it's better to know. I would if it's like a 10-person party, I'm not going to be very happy. If it's like 100, I can probably hide pretty easily, and that will make me tolerable. Probably just has like a blank stare ahead.
I'm unsure of the amount of invitations, but they believe we'll be having it at the King's Dining Hall, and that holds roughly 15, 20 people, my estimate.
Oh. Yeah.
We do a thing where
yes,
they
I
put,
do
like,
need a
these
pre-meal then.
Okay. He'll be fine.
Actually, I just now realizing we burned down the only place where I know where alcohol is sold, so we'll have to find someplace else.
There's the other tavern,
yeah,
right?
you guys went to the little uppity, a little bit racist.
Oh, yeah, oh man, why don't we burn down that one? Dang it.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Seagarden will say, yes, so all of you are there, and all of you have been vetted, except for Rita.
Right.
I understand all of you mentioned that you trust her, and Chetra isn't here to, I guess, observe what he wanted to observe. So I cannot guarantee anything in terms of how Chetra will pursue or not pursue Rita.
I mean, he's welcome to try.
Yeah.
Maybe
Um,
she passed her test by being true to herself, and
mm,
Yes.
Let's
maybe
hope
does that
so,
mean?
yes. I have no bearing on what Chetra thinks about most things other than what he reveals. But yes, I do hope that's the case, Cassandra.
What's the dress code like for this event?
For a formal dinner invitation to the king? To the
Yes,
king's
that
palace?
would be one. Yes, that would be the one. So
Formal.
like oh, okay.
oh, we
So
gotta put Tarvik in a
not.
suit.
I was gonna say Tarvik's already like not happy with the one-on-one conversation, and now is going to have to like go out of armor, which he's also not a fan of.
Roll and cast prestidigitation. Perfect.
You
It's just to
oh
help
wait,
a
we
little.
have the cuffs off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cuffs are off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh does the lack of clearance mean that Rita can't come to the event, or just that uh
She is
Tetra is
allowed.
still okay.
All of this is under my purview. I am the only one who is aware of these occurrings. And so all of this stays with me. She will be allowed in. However, I must be transparent with you. I, again, do not know what Chetra's thoughts are. And for me, I have some reservations. She doesn't seem as though she can follow direction, and she seems to be okay leaving her group behind. As a commander, I do not find that I like those qualities. I agree with Chetra. I have some reservations. I understand she is your friend, and I respect your choices. But in terms of any future assignments or my future thoughts on you as a group, I take account everybody.
We'll keep that in mind, I guess. Uh, should I message Rita to meet us at Shield House? At
Yes.
least?
You may message
Okay.
her.
All right.
I believe I'll let Chetra know, and we'll be there within the half hour.
Okay. I will. Oh boy, I am lower than I would like on spells. I'll just cast it at level 3. I'll use my last level 3 spell and I'll cast Sending to Rita. And I'll place it in the chat. What did I say?
Great. While Tarvik is typing, do you guys have any other questions for Colonel Seagard?
Was there anything the king wanted to discuss with us that we should be prepared for?
I believe he sent out the invitation as a recognition of your efforts and in celebration. So I do not believe there should be anything formal that you will prepare. However, perhaps details of your adventures and successes might be good to share should he ask. Again, none
Nice.
of this occurred. And I hope that you will all be able to keep this information close with you.
Oh, so the king doesn't know?
The king doesn't know about Checha?
Yeah, maybe we don't tell the king about
Okay.
him.
Plausible
I mean, I wasn't gonna tell
deniability.
anyone. But
Yeah.
makes sense.
All right.
I like
And you
Tarvik's,
said you had to
message.
pill for us if we're ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take the pill.
We'll flip very briefly to Rita, who gets this message from Tarvik.
Yes, I am.
So for the recording
Getting my
purposes,
reply.
it is, Rita, we are getting released soon. Can you go to the bar and pick up a keg of ale and meet us at Shield House? I'll put it in 20 history as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I put that in the wrong chat.
No, you're good. I mean, the Discord chat is helpful for us, like offline, and then Roll20 is helpful for recording, so it's all good. Not that it'll help you anytime soon because I can't go through the recordings yet. I'm still so busy. Sorry, guys.
No,
They'll be up eventually.
No worries.
Okay, as Rita does her...
Okay.
Oh, you've got a
Yeah.
response.
So, Rita answers just, Shield House? Are you crazy? Of course not. I can meet you at the bar. She does a Tarvik impression. Which bar?
You get that message from Rita, Tarvik, as you are discussing.
All right. I will just respond to the group and say Rita is apparently not a fan of Shield House anymore. So we will just find a different spot to meet them. I guess.
Wait, so are you all out of ways to communicate with her?
I mean I have a few more spells. I don't really like using 4th level spells for sending.
It's fair.
So I would say yes for the time being. Yes, I am unable to communicate with her.
Well, could she make a suggestion of where we can meet?
She suggested going to that bar that's a little bit racist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we just need to just go grab her. Like, we'll just meet her there and grab her, and then
Maybe. I mean, we might. I don't remember where Shield House is, but maybe we can go and get fancy outfits on the way, and then we'll meet her there. Because I bet she probably already has her fancy outfit and stuff. So
maybe. I mean, we have to go by my parents' house to pick up the invitations to probably get into the dinner. I look at Seaguard to see if that's probably correct, right?
Yes, that's correct.
I don't think we're allowed back at your parents' house.
Yeah, remember what
We're gonna figure it out. We're
We're bad influences.
we're going to
I don't know
we're
if you
going
know this.
to okay, I was there. I was standing right next to you in disguise.
Let me also say, Roland in the Bad Influences is also a great a name for a group.
Okay.
Yeah, band name or group name.
I feel like they will. We're going to lie to them, okay, and then we're going to tell them that we're going to dinner with the king, and he'll like you again, okay. So that's all we're going to do.
Okay. I point around in a triangle. We are going to lie to them.
We're just going to say that it was all part of an operation in service of the government.
Roland, you
and
think
he'll be
you
fine.
should
Yeah,
be
so
saying this, right?
we're actively admitting to that. Nah, I think Roland, you work on that. You figured that out.
I'll work on it.
I have two things that I'm going to be doing. One of them is probably heavily drinking, and the other one is getting a suit. Apparently.
Yeah, I need a nice outfit.
Okay, well, there are suits at my parents' house
Dude.
as well.
That
if you
are
don't want to pay for
Tarvik
it.
sized.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't
Tarvik.
know if
Tarvik looks
Tarvik
at
size.
Roland, and then he looks at
There's
himself and he
definitely
says, "I think I need to find a tailor or something."
maybe for Tarvik, but there are definitely for Roland and Rita, and I'm sure my sister has a dress from she was like 10 that you could fit into Cassandra.
Yeah, you
But
guys.
I
Yeah,
want the
Roland, you know that your
roughliest,
family is a little bit more well-to-do and has these kind of formal wear. All right,
and there's a bath and
and there's a
everything
bath.
else.
That is also very special.
No.
Magical plumbing is for the elite.
Yeah.
Great.
I guess the river will have to do.
All right, so you guys kind of discuss this amongst yourself, and it seems like you guys are coming to conclusions and to-dos for next time. So Colonel Seagarden will say, okay, if you're all ready, we'll be back. We'll be gone for a little bit, and then we will come back to Shield House. You'll awaken there. You can go pick up Rita, and you'll meet me back at Shield House so we can further discuss. I'll get Chetra, and then we can proceed. And she kind of walks out and calls for Chetra, and comes back in. Chetra comes back in and says, "Are we all ready then?" In like a very soft purring voice.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And he takes out three little pills and places them all in front of you guys and motions towards the 2 cups that you guys kind of had. He actually brought out 3 cups. Didn't know if you guys drank all of your water, so he kind of brought everything out. And he kind of places it in front of you guys.
Demonstrating trust. I'll down my pill.
Is it a chew or a swallow pill?
It's a swallow pill.
Oh, okay.
Does Tarvik need a chew pill?
No. I do feel like Tarvik working with medicine as long as he has would probably have ways or could grind up something with. Oh, he doesn't have any of his supplies on him, so he couldn't grind up anything. But no, he can take a pill. He'll down it real quick.
All right. Yeah, and you knowing pills and stuff, all you can tell that this is like a liquid pill, so you notice that it's going to be fast acting.
Okay.
Yeah. And Cassandra.
Well, I don't know if he would appreciate more me sleight of handing or me actually obeying his instructions. Given that he saw my stealth attempt earlier, he'd probably see it again. So I'll take the pill.
Okay. Cassandra takes the pill. Roland, you're the first one to kind of start feeling like your vision is going, and you kind of start slumping forward, and Chetra just kind of guides you forward so that you softly slump, and you two both see, because Roland's the first one, and then immediately after Tarvik, you kind of also fall into the same with Cassandra, you're the last one, as you were kind of debating whether or not you kind of see them go into a gentle sleep onto the table, and you fall as well as you close your eyes. And I think that's a great place to end for tonight. So next session, you guys can figure out some more conversation.